about all things automotive. Thanks for being with us today. Time now for Jeff's Car Culture.
All right, here we go.
Guinness World Record holders.
You've got high mileage on you, so you should be right in here, Don.
Thank you.
Many of these cars... Well, go ahead.
No, you got to get it up on the screen.
I thought I did. There you go.
You did.
Okay.
Now.
Many of these cars never see 100,000 miles on the odometer. There are owners like the ones that in these lists, owners who keep their cars far beyond manufacturers' predicted lifespans, whether out of necessity or just pure love for the vehicle. This first one is a 1964 Porsche 356C. Last known mileage on this is 1 million miles. How about that? Gary Newmark received this 1964 Porsche as a graduation present from his father in the mid-'60s. Now, over 50 years later, this gentleman drives it daily. It's a blue one, and he's nicknamed it Blue. In 2013, the odometer showed 980,000 miles, and as the story goes, he was about to have all the media cover the rollover to the million.
Along with a stroke.
Right, but the car got stolen. So he figured that those plans are dashed. They found the car down the street because they couldn't properly hotwire it, those villains. So luckily he found it, and he did roll it over, and you can see the actual rollover of the car hitting 1 million miles on YouTube. So go ahead.
Not literally rolled over.
No, roll over the mileage
Gotcha.
of the odometer.
Right.
The next one is the 1983 Lincoln Town Car, 1.3 million miles. If you're going to travel 1.3 million miles,
Let's do it in that.
It's best to do something with a pair of bench seats molded after your grandmother's most comfortable couch. The owner of the Lincoln Town Car drove it across the country on many occasions. He squeezed out 22 miles a gallon on the massive V8 the whole time. He maintained it at a Lincoln dealership for its entire life, never broke down once, he claims, and to see this stellar reliability from a Ford is great. Now,
so the interior, did it have kind of a musty, mothbally smell since it could have been Grandma's closet?
Could have been Grandma's closet, but 2 weeks after this rolled over, Ford recalled it. The next one is a 63 Volkswagen Beetle. Last known mileage, 1.61 million miles. Mechanically speaking, Beetles are famous for their brutal simplicity, ease of repair, but not necessarily reliability. Yet this one covered an astonishing 1.61 million miles. It wasn't easy. The owner reportedly went through 7 engines on the way to this 1.6. He reached it in 1987 after buying the car in 63. That means he covered about 183 miles per day this whole lifespan of this vehicle. So there you go. That's kind of unbelievable. The next one,
Mike, down the Hardy Toll Road.
Yeah. The next one is a 63 Plymouth Fury. Last known mileage, 1.62 million miles. Sometimes the reason for a car never making it to high mileage number is completely out of the owner's hands and pure bad luck. In this case, the 63 Plymouth Fury was a taxi in Montreal where it kept good care by the owner, and the whole time he had it, but in that time he estimates he carried some 800,000 passengers across the city. Came with it a few miles of the Guinness World Record in 1999, and a truck hit his car, totaled it, so it's gone. So there you go. So much for that. The next one is a 1976 Mercedes-Benz 240D, 2.85 million miles.
You know, none of these cars are really cool. They're just nerdy.
They're drivers.
Well,
they're turdy cars.
Yeah, I mean, it's 2.85 million miles. The first car of this list to travel over 2 million miles, doubling the mileage count of some of the cars earlier that we talked about. It belonged to a Greek taxi driver. There's kind of a theme here.
Now, taxi driver
Got a
can afford that
California
kind of
license
car?
plate.
Who reached an astonishing 2.85 million miles in 2004. Mercedes-Benz recognized the longest-running vehicle in the company's history, gave this guy a C-Class for his taxi duties, and they put the 240D in the Museum of Mercedes. So how about that? The last one is a biggie. It's a 66 Volvo P1800, 3.25 million miles.
I saw an interview with the guy that has that car.
Fitting that Volvo would hold the Guinness World Record for the high mileage, although the P1800 wasn't just any Volvo. It was a beautiful and comfortable sports tourer. And its owner, Irv Gordon, which we don't know, used it for his true intention and purpose, long-distance driving across the United States. Irv achieved an astounding mileage count of 3.4 million miles in 2014. He claimed that the secret to longevity was regular oil changes, closely following the manufacturer's maintenance guidelines, and keeping the car clean. Irv kept driving the Volvo until sadly he passed away at age 77 a few years later.
So the car outlived him.
Yeah, car outlived him. Reportedly, odometer showed 3.25 miles. Rest in peace, Irv.
By the way, speaking of which, Greta Rogers, my 6th grade teacher, she had one of those.
Really?
Yeah. She was a pretty blonde lady, married. Don't know if she had any children or not, but she had one of those. And it was so odd. It was a cool car, especially back when it was new. It was a very cool car. Nobody else. I never knew anybody that had one other than her.
Right.
So apparently, she or her husband were into cool cars.
Yeah. Was it red?
You know, I believe it was.
Oh, cool.
But whatever. All right.